This astronaut may look like a man chasing a ghost signal from deep space, but it's not what you think because the voice he hears isn't alien. It's his own. Captain Elias. Wren floated alone in the dark sea of stars. His ship, Odyssey 3, moved silently across the void, powered by ion engines whispering against nothingness. It had been 212 days since he last heard another human voice. Earth was only a memory now, a small blue marble buried behind curtains of distance and static. He should have been heading home. But the signal changed everything. It arrived one morning as a soft pulse, a single repeating frequency echoing through the communications array. The pattern was familiar, too familiar. When decoded, it formed words clear and deliberate. Hello, this is Captain Elias Wren. If you can hear me, don't come here. At first, he thought it was a joke, a glitch, maybe a replay of one of his old logs bouncing off a gravitational field. But the message kept repeating. It wasn't random static. It was intelligent. Worse, it was evolving. Each day, small differences appeared in tone, pacing, and breath. The voice on the recording hesitated where he would hesitate. It sounded alive. Mission Control ran analysis. The probability that this was his own past transmission was near zero. No previous data matched. Still, he had to know. Curiosity was stronger than fear, and science stronger than reason, so they sent him after the voice. By day 213, communication with Earth was unstable. The distances were too vast now. The lag stretched minutes into hours. Elias filled the silence with routine. Check the life support systems. Monitor oxygen flow. Recalibrate the sensors. But every system check ended the same way, with the signal still pulsing through the comms. He could mute it, but never for long. Sometimes, while he drifted in sleep, it came through the speakers again. Elias, you shouldn't have come. He would wake with a start, sweat freezing against his neck. The ship's artificial gravity felt heavier those nights, as if the weight of the words pressed down on him. He recorded another entry. Day 214, signal strength increasing. No source identified. Spectrum scan shows that transmission is localized but reflective. It's like it's coming from us. He didn't say, from me. 2 weeks later, something changed. The voice stopped looping the same message. It started answering him, "Who are you?" he asked. For 30 seconds, there was nothing but static. Then, faintly, "You know who I am." He stared at the waveform flickering on the screen.
Are you me?
I was. The words hit harder than he expected. He replayed them over and over, isolating frequencies, analyzing patterns. Every detail matched his speech, his pitch, his pauses, even his subtle breath catches when nervous. It wasn't mimicry. It was identical. Day 227. A gravitational anomaly appeared on long-range sensors. A small planet, no larger than a moon, orbiting nothing. It existed where space should have been empty. The signal originated there. He stared at the coordinates on the monitor. No star, no system, no reason for a world to be there. Yet there it was, pulsing faintly like a heartbeat in the void. The navigation system screamed warnings as he approached. Gravity rippled like ocean tides. Space bent inward around it, forming a ring of light that shouldn't exist. Elias gripped the controls. Odyssey 3, initiating descent. The ship vibrated violently as the thrusters fired. He fought the controls, guiding it through a tunnel of distorted starlight. When he broke through the haze, he saw the surface below, gray, fractured, and covered in frost. And there, half buried in the dust, was a ship. His ship. The nameplate read Odyssey 3. The same scratches on the hull, the same dent on the starboard panel from the micrometeorite strike he'd taken weeks ago. He checked his own ship's serial number. It matched. He was staring at a perfect copy of his own vessel, but aged. The paint was dull, the metal pitted by years of exposure. He stepped through the airlock, his boots sinking into the frost. Inside, everything was dead. No power, no sound, no warmth. His breath fogged the glass of his helmet as he stepped into the control room, and there it was, the captain's seat empty, until he saw the reflection. Someone was sitting there. Turned on the man in the chair was him, or had been. The suit was torn, the body frozen in place. The helmet's glass was cracked. Inside, a face stared back, pale, dry, and still wearing his expression of disbelief. His knees weakened. His stomach turned cold. He stumbled backward, gasping for air, and then the comm crackled. "Don't panic," he froze. The voice came from his own helmet radio. "It's me, or what's left." Elias turned slowly. The air shimmered behind the frozen body. A figure took shape. His outline, his movement, his voice. Transparent, faintly blue, like light refracted through water. "I told you not to come," it said. Elias shook his head. "This isn't real." "It wasn't for me either," the figure replied. "But we all come anyway." He looked around the dead ship, the same ship, realizing that every mark, every scrape, was part of a pattern repeating endlessly. "How many times?" he whispered. The figure tilted its head. "I stopped counting after 6. Elias stared, throat tight. "You mean, I've been here before?" "We have. Each of us chasing the same voice, each time thinking we can fix it. But the signal is a loop. We're chasing our own echo." He followed the apparition deeper into the wrecked ship. Screens flickered with faint light, old logs playing on repeat. His own face stared back from the recordings. Eyes tired, lips trembling. "If you're watching this," the recording said, "it means the loop hasn't broken. Don't stay. You'll become me." Elias turned off the playback. "Why can't we stop it?" "Because we created it," the ghost said. "We sent the signal to warn ourselves. But every time, curiosity wins." He sank to the floor, staring at his gloved hands. "So what happens if I don't send it?" The ghost's smile was faint, sorrowful. "Then maybe one of us finally goes home." He climbed back to his own ship. The engines still worked. The signal still pulsed through the comms. He could see it now for what it was. Not an alien message, not a distress call, but a reflection of human obsession. The universe had turned his need for understanding into a prison. He opened a new recording. "This is Captain Elias Wren. I found the source. It was me." The signal is an echo trapped in gravitational resonance, a memory bouncing through time. If anyone hears this, don't follow. "End it here," he hesitated. The ghost stood beside him, silent. "Will it work?" he asked. "Maybe," the ghost said. "But you won't remember," he smiled sadly. "Then I'll trust myself one last time." He shut down the communication systems. The hum of the ship softened into a long sigh. The silence that followed was absolute. He looked through the window one last time. The gray planet below was changing, its surface cracking, glowing faintly with light that bled upward like dawn through fog. Maybe he'd broken the cycle. Maybe the universe was closing the loop. The ghost turned to him. "It's time." Elias nodded. "Then I'll see you on the other side." He powered the engines and rose through the thinning clouds. The planet shrank beneath him, fading into silver dust. As the ship cleared the gravity field, the sensors went dark. No more signal, no more voice, just quiet. Months passed. The stars grew brighter again. Communication channels flickered with faint voices. Control teams, signals from home. He smiled for the first time in months. "Odyssey 3 to control. Do you copy? Static." Then faintly, "Odyssey 3? Is that you?" He laughed, a dry, broken sound that felt like sunlight. "It's me, Captain Elias Wren. Mission complete." "We thought we lost you," said the voice from Earth. "What did you find out there?" He hesitated, eyes fixed on the fading starlight ahead. "I found myself," he said. Weeks later, long after he disappeared from radar again, a faint transmission reached Earth. "This is Captain Elias Wren. The loop is broken. The voice has stopped. I'm coming home." But when the technicians traced the source, their faces went pale. The coordinates matched a small, gray planet orbiting nothing, the same one where the first signal began. And deep beneath the static, layered under the new message, another voice whispered faintly. "Hello? This is Captain Elias Wren. If you can hear me, don't come here."